Whether you're a teenager wanting the scoop on the latest hot trends, a budding young writer wanting to sound off on the latest hot topic, a family wanting to have a learning session with the Star newspaper, or simply a teacher eager to bridge the gap between classroom learning and the world, the Star's Newspaper and Education program offers tools to prepare children and teens for schools and the future. The program has been a continuing source of information over the last decade since the inception in 1997. It has also served as a living textbook for the Malaysian curriculum and educated students from all age groups. This video presentation shows educators and parents how we can make our children, even those with low proficiency in the English language, excited about learning the language. To demonstrate how the program works, we conduct the Star-NiE workshop at 3 vernacular schools. Let the rustle of 30 newspaper pages and the voices of 13-year-olds from SMJK Chonghua Klang, SMJK Confucian Kuala Lumpur, and SMJK Chonghua in Gombak show you. Here we are at SMJK Chonghua, where we are having yet another NIE workshop for the students. The students who have been selected are from the removed class and generally have a lower proficiency of the English language. NIE trainer Adeline Cruz, who has been conducting the workshops for almost 3 years, always makes sure she sets the ground rules first.
Now, this is an English activity and you are in school to learn English. Alright? So because of that, the activities that we're going to have, all of you have to use English.
We adopt a point system to engage students in participating in the activities and work together as a team. The 2 teams with the highest scores at the end of the session will be given prizes for their efforts. 2 points will be deducted when we hear students speak in any language apart from English. At the end of the session, teams who clean up the table will gain additional points or vice versa. To get things started, Adeline briefly introduces the students to the Star newspaper, the pullouts and pagination system.
We have sections, we have supplements, and we have pullouts. So what I want you to do is, in 3 minutes, look through the newspaper. And this is group activity. Group activity means I do not want one person there sitting down. 你们做啦，我不知道，我不要做，我不要讲什么。So that kind of attitude, no. It has to be group activity. Okay? So as a group, I want you to look through the Star newspaper. What is inside this newspaper? Okay? Then I'm going to ask you, every time your group gives me a correct answer, you put up your hands and you give me 1 correct answer, Encik Mansur will give you 2 points. 1 more answer, last answer, give 5 points. Yes. Group 2, 5 points. Stop. Notices, last answer.
Next, Adeline introduces terminology such as obituary, advertisement and masthead to the class and asks the students to locate the respective items on the newspaper.
Masthead, we call it the logo. Cut and paste. Cut and paste the Star masthead. Now, for news of people who have passed away, what do you mean by passed away? Died, right? People who have died. Which page do you turn to? Where are the pages?
Even though many students may have only heard these terminologies for the first time, they are eager to search for the answers. After getting students familiar with different sections and headings on the newspaper, we move on to introduce them to rhyming.
These are what we call rhymes in English. Do you know what are rhymes? What are rhymes? Okay, for example, if I say sing, ring, ding, ling, what's the same sound here? Ing, right? Bong, dong, kong, long, song, yeah, kong, wherever. What is the same sound? Ong. Very good.
Most of the students may not have learned about rhyming, but after Adeline illustrates it through interesting short stories.
Hello, called the lazy bird, smiling her best. You have nothing to do, and I do need a rest. Would you like to sit on the egg in my nest? What is the same sound?
They figure it out and search high and low from the newspapers to find the rhyming words.
What is the rhyme for grabs? Grabs would be? Crabs. Next one, fear? Tear. Car? Star. Guilty? Beauty. Very good.
The classroom becomes very lively as students race to outdo each other's groups.
Then like we move very fast on where we find answers, then very happy like that.
Why did you work so fast for?
Get more points. Later other teams get more points, then we lose.
We saved the best for last, and students can't seem to agree more. Aptly named Oops, I Did It Again, students get the most fun out of matching pictures they think fit the speech bubbles with funny captions. After the session ends, we get some feedback from students and teachers on their NIE experience.
Very happy today.
Why?
Because I can speak English and listen.
So happy today playing team by team together.
Some students admit they've never read English newspapers before, and they've learned a lot about it through the workshop.
One thing that we did, because we wanted to expose them to the entire scope of NIE, and also we needed to introduce them to the Star newspaper. All of them at the beginning, when I asked, not a single one of them had read the Star. So we needed them to understand what the whole newspaper was about. So that took up quite a bit of time. But if I were a teacher in a school and the students were already involved with Star, they knew that this is the newspaper that we're going to use, then you would find that the activities, the last one, would have gone through very smoothly.
后来老师叫我们找到报纸的时候，学了一些英语啊。
I learn many things in the newspaper, so I must every day read the newspaper.
What did you learn today?
Learn about newspaper and teamwork.
What was the most enjoyable activity?
Activity was where we do the paper,
What did you do?
the review and that one. The activities.
Okay. What activities? What did you have to do today? Can you tell us?
Have to find the paper like news, jobs, star movies, all those stuff. And then what they say, then you write it down right there.
你觉得好吗？
好，
为什么？
因为可以提升我们的英文哦。
可以帮你们
学多一点英文哦。
Most of them also enjoy doing the group activities together.
很好玩，很容易认识字，可以认识很多朋友，很好哦，他们一直帮我。
因为忘记，因为看英语啊，自己慢学。
And some even feel that they have learned to work together in a group.
多人团结起来的话，能表达得出团结的精神。如果不合作的话，会发生争执，会做不好事情。
我们做很多东西咯，就是说就找答案可以，然后我们就有 group 然后有合作精神咯。
The teachers are also pleasantly surprised with the students' active participation in the class.
It was quite surprising to see some students really can speak English because they know things like all this while they've been doing like just answering from a passage and on. But then today they can really, we know, this student has a talent. They can come up with things that they can answer this question. So it's quite surprising.
They seem to be very interested, very interactive. Very involved in what they are doing. It's a very happy sight.
All of the students actually they want to participate in something. So group activities actually help them to learn, and it's really exciting to them.
Teachers also think NIE helps to motivate students who are weaker in English to participate more.
And I look forward to this kind of classes, that they are not even aware that they are learning. That's very important. Because many of them in this class, they are not really inclined towards learning English, but you can see that they are very happy today, and that is really good.
I think they were kind of engrossed. Okay, I did see them participating. Okay, yeah, I did see a few groups. I mean, even the weak ones, I did see that they were like trying to get information and flipping through the newspapers.
Okay, the students today are all the removed class, so they are quite very weak in their English language. So I hope by doing this kind of activities, they can show some kind of progress and some kind of interest in doing this English fun activities.
I have some students who were quite afraid to open the newspaper because it was all in English and there were a lot of words there. But that particular group in the corner there, towards the end, when they found that it was actually quite easy and it was not very difficult, and with peer pressure and all that and the excitement coming on, they were really into it. So that's one thing I like about NIE. Very weak students can take part. and they learn something.
Teachers also welcome the idea of active learning.
What I can see is we teachers, we are not only restricted in using textbook and activities book to teach English, we can still use newspaper as it can improve the English language in this school. So I think in the future we can use this type of activities and newspaper to improve the standard of English in this country.
The activities that we have done today, okay, we only use newspaper, which is actually cheaper if we compare it to magazines or so on and so forth, other material. So actually the schools can afford, and it's the creativity of the teacher that can contribute to the class actually.
It is apparent that the students and teachers from all three schools are impressed with the NIE workshop. These three schools are simply a sample of how Star-NiE can be incorporated into the daily classrooms. And even despite the many avenues to teach the language, we firmly believe that newspapers will still remain as a reliable and economical source to raise the standard of the English language among our younger generation.